Good morning. Hello,
Good morning, ma'am.
holiday mood, all of y'all.
Sort of, ma'am.
Okay. You have two more sessions, right, today?
Yes, accounts.
Okay. Probably in the evening you don't have the sessions then today.
No, no.
Okay. Because I took this session as on my own, like opted for. Because first session is a little bit lengthy, first unit, first chapter of OB. So I thought let's take this session as well because we are lagging behind by almost 3 sessions. तो 3 सेशंस कॉम्पनसेट करना है तो आज का सेशन उसके लिए आई बी यूजिंग बिकॉज वी आर बिहाइंड द शेड्यूल बाय 3 सेशंस सो आज का एक हो गया probably 2 more sessions I may require extra so that we are on the track. The next chapters which are there, out of the 5 chapters, the first one was itself quite lengthy. The other 4 are not that much lengthy. So let's hope that in next 2 sessions we complete the first unit of organizational behavior, and then the other rest of the chapters won't take so long. So we'll manage that with the help of case study. As today I'll be preparing the group and streamlining the activities. Today's holiday I'm going to utilize for that. So I expect that you will today have a OB group prepared for all of you, and we can continue with the next chapters pretty well because I'll be in a position to communicate with you all, and that will speed up the session time as well, and the pace of the session would be in control. Okay, let's begin with the today's session. I'll be completing the topic of emotional intelligence today, as we have started it yesterday itself. So, any reflections before we go ahead? How many? What is the count? Is strength is still less. Just 15, 16 of y'all have joined.
Yesterday we studied about the emotional intelligence.
Yes. So it is something related with the emotional quotient.
Yes.
Why we are studying this? What is the significance of studying emotional intelligence in organizational behavior? I'm just throwing some questions. Probably that kind of questions may come in the examinations also. Why it is a part of organizational behavior? पहले तो ऐसा नहीं था. Probably if you I mentioned yesterday also कि अगर ये इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस आपके नाना नानी या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को अगर पूछा जाए तो कुछ लोगों को पता रहेगा, कुछ लोगों को नहीं, बट मेजर ऑफ देम may not be able to elaborate on that. Why so? Now it is included. Why so? What is the significance?
I
Can
think
anybody
as per
reflect?
my view, nowadays organizations are not only focusing on the production and the work, but also how the behavior, what do you say, how a person's behavior or a manager's behavior, employee's behavior um, results in the organization.
Okay, Dipali, you have pinpointed the right points, but I'll just improvise it. You started your answer by saying that rather than focusing on production and performance, they started highlighting the emotions of the people side of it. You are saying just a small correction over there. Rather than focusing, say, अच्छा है कि earlier they were not relating these two aspects, that there is some association between the human side and the productivity. So nowadays they are giving emphasis on the human side so that अभी भी उनको productivity and performance तो चाहिए ना, मतलब whenever we talk about business, you cannot bypass the productivity and performance because उसके बिना तो चलेगा नहीं. But what has improved and why this thing has come up, emotional intelligence kind of areas or organizational behavior kind of areas, because the integral part of any organization is the human assets. अगर आप ह्यूमन एसेट्स को या वर्कफोर्स को ह्यूमन एसेट कंसिडर करें, तब जाके उनके ऊपर फोकस आएगा. Otherwise, it would have been the typical manufacturing unit. Okay, and there are also Havtron experiment has proved that there is something else which is actually behind the improved productivity and performance, the human side of it. Please remember, whenever we discuss any case study, these case studies are applicable in your further. If some of you all may take HR, it may continue in the HR perspective also. But when we talk about any case study scenario, that case study might be from any area. It could be applicable in any area. Okay, a simple case study of Ajay, which we are going to talk about later also, or we have been talking about since my first few sessions. This can be considered in all the areas of management theories. So basically, when we talk about case study, we may not be confined to a particular area or a particular topic. It may have its relevance and significance and association with multiple areas. So probably we may refer to it again and again. ओके, जैसे ये पैम्पर्ड गर्ल का yesterday मैंने जो एक एग्जाम्पल सिनारियो आपके साथ शेयर किया, आई मे यूज इट फॉर मल्टीपल concepts. Okay, by the way, with what reference we talked about the pampered girls example? Can anybody recall?
Yes, I mean, her bossing behavior, demanding
Okay, okay,
in the organization,
okay. How does it matter?
like a bossy type.
How
It
was she?
affects
I mean,
others
what
also,
was the
Ankit.
background?
She was pampered child,
So what is the outcome
and
of it, or how? What was the evolving behavioral pattern in that particular individual?
in easy language, I will try to explain.
Yeah, yeah, no
She,
problem. See, please remember, I mean, this is the instructions for all of you all. Please do not worry about your language and communications and content. Okay, leave it to me. Everybody are having their own setups in which you all have been brought up, and your maturity level and the content exposure. It has nothing to do with your evaluation and your IQ right now. Okay, so please open your mind and come into the comfort zone when you are in my session. Okay, so speak up so that not only it is a sharing to the session, but you are actually expressing yourself. The thoughts are the thoughts may actually help you in revision also, and it's a good way of group learning also. So everybody is going to get benefited. If you are correct, it is emphasizing. If you are wrong, it will recheck. Not only yours, because there are so many people those who are not speaking, but उनके दिमाग में भी ये सही या गलत होता होगा. So please feel free to speak. Yeah, proceed ahead, ma'am.
okay. So as she was pampered child, so she was getting everything or like what she wants, she was getting from her parents, and due to that, her behavior like demanding and kind of bossy, we can say, and aggressive because. Uh, all things were available on time for her, so it
Mhm.
is in this case when she entered in the organization, if she, I mean, behaving like a boss, so her behavior is affecting others also,
Right.
and the organization structure also, because organization is focusing on human assets also. So
Mhm.
that's the reason, because of her behavior, the other people in the organization are affecting, maybe because of her behavior like mentally.
Yes. Okay. So this was your perspective, Neha. Anyone else would like to add to it?
Ma'am, you also gave an example that if anyone is taking a leave, so
Mm-hmm.
in such cases, they don't think, even if the person wants a leave for emergency or some occasion, who is well
Mm-hmm.
connected to their family, and she She is not brought up in that environment, so she is least bothered about the employee taking leave, and she'll just reject it. So this was an example quoted.
Yes. And to understand this example from both the perspective, you being in the shoes of that girl or you being in the shoes of that particular employee under her. So how should you behave? This would be your case. Okay. And more importantly, before solving the case, you need to understand the facts, analyze the situation, and from the perspective of the good of the organization, what would be your approach over here? So first, we focused on the particular problem area, that the attitude of the girl is, as she has a background of being a pampered child, and there are differences in her bringing up with that of the employees. She is not able to connect herself with her team members, so she is unable to understand their whatever issues and problems are there. So that may have a gap in the performance, gap in the understanding of the employer and employee association. So because there is no connection, or because there is a lack of connection, she may not show empathy. She may not show empathy. So how you're going to actually improve the empathy? If you talk about empathy, because there were two things which we talked about as the outcome of this case. One was the solution, alternative solutions. First of all, this case is related with the organizational behavioral pattern of that particular individual being in the employer's shoe. So that pampered girl is lacking social skills. And when we talk about emotional intelligence from a particular perspective, in yesterday's session, okay, so there we talked about social skill and empathy, so that were lacking in this particular child. So there were no interpersonal skills, that because she was confined to her status and her cadre of people, so she was not aware of the high and low and rich and poor kind of a thing. She was only aware of one side, so she would have her own prejudices of taking a decision in a particular situation. She may not show her holistic view to solve that particular concern in that organization. And moreover, when I'm talking about empathy, definitely understanding the distress of other is not seen. So she may not relate the problems which others are facing with what she has actually faced or not faced. Understood. So any idea? Now this is the evaluation of the case. So further alternatives of obviously the solutions or alternative of the solutions would be like, and let me tell you again, no solution is right and wrong. It is just the probability of solving that case. So see that you give alternative solutions. Okay, so actually case study is also helping you to gain marks actually. So in this case, how you're going to improve the social skills when you are saying that she's lacking? You may say yes, she has to socialize, she has to break the barriers, थोड़ा ice breaking. Okay, ice breaking मतलब क्या? अगर हम वन टू वन, आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि मंडे से हमारे ऑफलाइन क्लासेस शुरू होंगे, तो वी कैन हैव अ आइस ब्रेकिंग सेशन विथ यू ऑल, सो दैट those who are coming offline can get to know each other pretty well and break the barrier of being a stranger to each other. Okay, as a teacher with the students as well as within your peer also, within your you as the batchmates also. लेकिन वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली डिले होता जा रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ द करंट सिचुएशन ऑफ पैंडमिक बीइंग अगेन, you know, poking his no, face up. So definitely we can take it sometimes later if we happen to meet in the classroom environment. So basically over here ice breaking का मतलब क्या है? Breaking the barriers so that we are knowing each other much better than earlier. So knowing each other, how it is possible? There are multiple ways you can say that. First of all, having a ice breaking kind of an interaction or a game, or probably there should be a small party wherein all the employees can be invited for a meet, or there could be an open house. Generally schools have the open house wherein, or even the corporates have the open house. The relevance and significance are different in both the scenarios. In the schools, the open house is conducted by the principal without the class teachers in the meeting, and the parents are called with their child, and it's a free interaction of the principal with the uh, uh, parents and children. Of course इसका implementation हर एक school अलग तरीके से करता है, that is a different situation, but this is the basic concept behind it. So open house में क्या होता है कि जो भी appreciations है, जो भी grudges है, complaints है, concerns है, issues है, are discussed very freely without the immediate class teacher in the class. So there is an unbiased kind of a environment wherein all the parents are freely interacting with their principal, and the same way vice versa also the principal is in a position to interact with the parents. So this is open house. Sometimes the open house is conducted by the class teacher without the presence of the child, so that the parents and teachers interaction takes place in absence of the child, because then unbiasedly they can talk about a particular issue without having that particular impact on the child in front of him, because these things matter a lot in the presence and of the presence. Okay. Similarly, in the corporate environment, like in Tech Mahindra, definitely we had open house wherein my super senior boss, she used to interact with me, and in a one-to-one session. First we had a group session, my whole team. I had a team of 33 members. So first of all, the 33 members were interacting with my super boss, okay, without my presence. So that meeting used to have all brainstorming session, knowledge sharing session, storytelling in the form of their day-to-day routine corporate life, maybe with respect to the project, or maybe with respect to the organizational policies, maybe with respect to the organization culture, maybe with respect to the day-to-day issues with respect to the project or that organization, okay, or the relationship within the peers or with the superiors. So such kind of things were discussed in that particular open meeting, and once that open meeting feedbacks were registered, later on the super boss used to talk to me on one-to-one basis and sharing the feedback with me without disclosing the names, so that constructively that person is improvising, taking efforts in improvising me as his or her subordinate, and I am in a position to look towards my team members constructively, that yes, okay, unknowingly I was having some issues, but probably in a position of chasing the deadline, probably I might have ignored some issues which were human side, or which were technical side, which I did not, I might have not been aware of at that moment of time, right? So immediate corrective action is possible in a very friendly environment. So this kind of alternative works. Okay, it works. Okay, obviously I should be receptive when I am facing this open house as a manager. At the same time, it shouldn't be thought of finger pointing. It shouldn't be taken as a weapon to defame anybody. So these things, these ethical things should be followed by both the person who is conducting the meeting and the people, those who are attending them also, and this is applicable everywhere. Okay, so that the outcome is achieved as a solution. Okay, so this is one way, okay, to conduct an open house. The other options would be to socialize in an informal way. Okay, formal and informal communication to enhance the situations where people can, probably their seating arrangement might be something wherein, or their eating arrangements might be something different. So maybe you can think of that. There could be assumptions while giving the solution of a case study. So here also you can probably suggest that the lunch hour might have been different. So probably there could have been a one or two lunch slots wherein they can interact and mingle with them for maybe few minutes in a controlled manner, obviously restricted time span. Or there could be so many other ways to socialize. Okay, to probably to maintain that discipline may not be applicable everywhere of multiple lunch times, but then probably once in a month, okay, all the birthdays can be collected and celebrated on one particular day, probably the first or last Friday, as an example I'm saying. Okay, first हर एक मंथ का पहला फ्राइडे, okay, या फिर last Friday of that month, okay, can be marked in the calendar to celebrate all the birthdays falling in that month or falling in the earlier month. That kind of activity can be initiated so that there is proper gelling of the batchmates or the peers or the co-workers. This is going to improve the social skill. You can give such kind of suggestions. Okay. Now when we talk about empathy, anybody would like to contribute how the empathy can be improved? What uh, input you can give on that to improve the empathy? I told you what is empathy. Okay. That girl is pampered, she's arrogant, and she is not going to hear your voice. So what you need to do, what you can suggest here? Yes, how to improve the empathy? She's disconnected, no? She's disconnected, so that shows the empathy. There is a lack of empathy. She does not listen. That shows the lack of empathy. She's out of touch. That shows the lack of empathy. She's nowhere taking the cognizance of whatever things are happening in the lives of those people. There lacks the empathy. So how you're going to improve on empathy? क्या कर सकते हो?
She should start talking to the employees,
Yeah, talking would be
interaction.
improving the social skills. There is some more element in that, you're right, but can you add something to it? Just talking would be improving the interpersonal skill and social skills. Now there is some more pinch of salt to be added there to show empathy.
Asking them about personal issues if they have any.
Okay, okay, but then I can again add a pinch of salt over there. Being kind enough to, you know, approach them, and probably, okay, uh, excluding the current phase of pandemic. Current phase doesn't allow us to touch each other in whatever way, and there are ethics there as well. In an appropriate manner, the touch should also go. It shouldn't give the wrong meaning. So usually, my boss, she used to have a pat on my back. Yes, Rachna, good job. So that kind of connection used to be created. Or probably if I'm going wrong somewhere, she used to always hold my hand. This is not the way. Let's do it in the other, can we do it in the other way? Okay. Or if I used to empathize with my team members, okay, by approaching, going in their cubicle, and trying to connect with them, trying to appreciate them. Just talking to them would be socializing. But I go there, okay, there was our some we were acknowledged, and we were you know appreciated for our success of our module in a particular project. So the moment I got the pat on my back from my boss, immediately in the lunchtime, I made it a point to approach to that particular team who were very good contributors. I went there and I appreciated them in front of everyone, that they have done really a good job, because of which the project has been successful. So acknowledgement and appreciation is actually elevation of your communication in interpersonal skills. Okay, so you are adding a pinch of salt there. Okay, that shows your empathy, because you are practicing to acknowledge the efforts taken by other people. You are appreciating them. Okay, that is a you that sometimes needs to be learned. Okay, as a child, I'm giving my own example. As a child, I was a silent child, so I was misinterpreted. Now this misinterpretation is also one more element in organizational behavior, plays a lot of role in our lives. Okay, पूरी दुनिया हिला सकता है ये misinterpretation. Okay, हर एक walk of our life में है ये. So when I was a child, I was misinterpreted, okay, that I am a egoistic girl. I am a egoistic girl. But the fact was, I was shy. I, being the last person in my family, okay, being the last sibling in my family, my mother had pampered me, whereas my brother and sister, they were, kind of elderly figure for me, having a lot of difference in age. So somewhere I was nowhere related or involved in decision making in the family matters. So sometimes I used to feel secluded. Sometimes I used to feel isolated, and that was rooted in my behavioral pattern with my colleagues and with my friends in school or college or my workplace. See the rooted thing which comes up, pops up. So I used to feel if I speak, probably I may go wrong. I had that fear that I may get misinterpreted, or probably I may not have the words to say it in a proper way, because I was never given that kind of a importance or opportunity to speak. Because being the youngest person in the family, I was pampered. I was given all the love and care. I was pampered, but in a different way, not like this child, but this was something ki, whatever problem comes, were kept away from me. So I was not in a different way, because of over care towards me and over love towards me. Okay, being pampered in a different way, I was not exposed to some kind of conflicts and disputes which happen in the real world. They were handled by my elder brothers and sisters. Okay, so I was protected. Being a protective child, okay, unknowingly there were problems in my behavioral patterns which I really worked on so many years. Okay, and I came out of it. How did I come out of it? I worked on my own. Okay, being verbal, being improving my communication abilities, both verbal and non-verbal, being expressive, trying to connect with people. These are the efforts taken by myself. So once I break that barrier of communication. I was earlier considered to be an egoistic girl. As a grown up, I worked on it and I tried to reconnect. Okay, so definitely connecting with the people in a different way can, you can develop that, you can refurbish that, you can work on it and be a different person altogether. Okay, as an element in that organization structure. Okay, and this you can try it on your own also. So how you're going to increase your empathy in daily practice? You may start first of all with yourself. Okay, I started appreciating myself also, because sometimes I used to also not appreciate myself. Probably ye mujhe nahi aa sakta was the approach. So then I actually started believing in myself. I tried to actually understand my potentials, note it down, work on it, observe the things around. Okay, I also started appreciating and connecting with other people. Okay, there is some one word called as tuning with others. Means what? Getting or gelling well with others. Why and how? So that I start the connection in a proper way. Okay, with a positive discussion. And if it is a negative discussion, probably initially I would have been silent, and then I would have trying to understand the other person's perspective. Okay, if I agree with it, okay, then probably there is no problem. But if I disagree, it is not always necessary to explicitly mention that in that way. Okay, your voice tone, your voice module, your words and your actions, your facial expressions together give a bundle of bombarding impacts on that communication with that other person, and we never realize that. Okay, so this formal and informal communication impacts a lot when you are working on empathy. Okay, and this comes in many parts of organizational behavioral concepts, so definitely we need to focus on it. Okay, so that dialogue which is established while you connect with other people should be enriched with good conversation, good listening skill, and proper expressions. Okay, now after this I may need one or two volunteers. We will have a 5 minutes exercise. Who would like to volunteer? I want at least two people, and everyone we are going to participate in this particular exercise. All of us. Are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want two volunteers who can show their video if it is possible. Anyone can just I'm going to give you instructions for 5 minutes. You have to just follow them. All of y'all should close your eyes, and for 5 minutes you need to follow my instructions. Those who are shy may not open their videos, but I need one or two volunteers who can uh, I can demonstrate that then. Otherwise it will be very difficult for me to demonstrate. Any one of you can you know, open their video. Yes, anyone. We are going to talk about emotions, and we are going to touch base the topic of emotional awareness that can build your emotional intelligence. Any volunteer? Shall I pick up randomly otherwise? Dipali, are you interested? Yes, Dipali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just see that your window is not visible in the huh. Yes, and let me see your face properly. So probably now it is visible. So keep the video that way, and now close your eyes, and I expect that all of us, all of you, okay, the whole class should be honest and humble enough to follow this exercise. Okay, I expect everyone to close your eyes for 5 minutes. I will manage the time as well. Please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. I expect all of you all to close your eyes and follow my instructions as it is. Don't open your eyes until and unless at the end I say, okay, we stop, you may open your eyes. Until and unless you listen to this particular sentence, okay, thank you so much. Now you can open your eyes. Okay, till you listen this, you will not open your eyes. Okay, shall we start?
Ma'am, me too.
Sorry.
Me also.
Yes, yes.
Means
Actually,
okay.
I'm actually working on you. So basically,
Okay.
others, I want them to experience the meditative feeling, because when we talk about emotional awareness, meditation is the best tool to be used on when you work on yourself also. And this is also one of the technique which is used in neuro linguistic programming. So this is also one of the demonstration of neuro linguistic programming, wherein few things are can be rectified. Okay, there is something called as anchoring that I will explain you all sometimes later. But then you can refrain yourself from getting carried away by the negative emotions,
Okay.
by some kind of distress. Okay, so Dipali, just see that your window is not visible in the yes, and your complete face is visible to me. Okay, close your eyes. We begin. Please focus on what I'm saying. So all of us have, I'm expecting that we have found a comfortable position. We are sitting in a comfortable position. Please listen to my voice and don't associate yourself to any other environmental situations, infrastructural situations, place, voices. You are either sitting on a cushion or on a floor or on a chair or on a bed. Be comfortable. Close your eyes, keep them closed. Allow your spine to be straight and long, and let your shoulders drop. Keep your eyes closed. Those who are not comfortable closing your eyes can gaze down in front of you with a soft focus on some object. As you sit here, notice where your body is making contact, your feet touching the floor or your bed. Simply gaze down, or within yourself, those who are closing your eyes, realize perhaps you're back on the ground, or leaning to a wall, or sitting in whatever position you're sitting. Notice your breath. Focus on your breath. For the next 5 breaths, follow each inhale and exhale, feeling or imagining the breath flowing into and out of your body. Slowly, deeply inhale, take a long breath, exhale, inhale, exhale. Focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Feel the air, feel your breath, focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Now shift your awareness from your breath to your body. Experience your body and begin to scan through the body slowly. Scan your body slowly from head to the toe gradually. Feel each and every part of your body. Feel each and every part of your body slowly scanning right from your hair on the head till the tip of your toe. Slowly keep observing the way you're scanning your body. Are there any feelings or any emotions present to that body organ? Try to observe the feeling or emotions associated with that body organ. You might detect numerous feelings or emotions throughout the body. For the purpose of this exercise, for the purpose of this exercise, I appeal you to choose one feeling or one emotion to focus on for now. Choose one feeling that you can select, choose for yourself. Notice where in your body this emotion is located, so that what part of the body is holding these emotions, these feelings, you may note it on later. I repeat, while you were breathing, you have focused on, while you were scanning your body, you have focused on one such particular feeling or emotions associated with that particular part of your body, and you are holding it. You may evaluate how that particular emotion is, big or small. Are there any edges, soft or sharp, about that emotion? Are there any hard feelings, or these are soft feelings? Does the feeling have a color? Is that feeling associated with a color? If so, the color changes or remains the same. Please note it. Note the color, note the emotion. Is the feeling heavy or light? Soft or hard? Which color? Is the color same or changing? Is that feeling or emotion stable or it's fluctuating? It's moving or still? Is the feeling soft or hard, rough or smooth? If I were touching that feeling with my hand, what would be the texture like? Can you give that understanding of the texture to that feeling or emotion? How can you feel it with your hands if you would given the opportunity? Now, if you were to name this feeling or emotion, what would it be? Can you identify it? Can you label it? If so, please do it. You may label it. If a name for this feeling doesn't come to your mind, that's fine. Be kind to yourself and continue to observe the feeling or that emotion in your body with curiosity and without being judgmental until the nature of this emotion becomes very clear to you, more clear, more transparent, more visible. You are knowing your feelings, you are understanding the color, you are understanding the softness or hardness. You are now knowing the texture of your feeling. You have labeled it. Continue to get to know the emotions for another minute now. Try to revisit that feeling. Try to recall that feeling. Label it, understand it. And when you feel that you have reached a level of comfort and understanding of your feeling, freeze it. Freeze it. Put your focus on that particular feeling or emotion. Freeze it. You are aware of that emotion which you have anchored, that is, which you have frozen. You know the label, you know the nature of that particular feeling or emotion, whether it is hard or soft. You know, you are aware about the color. Now that you are aware of that particular emotion which you have frozen, gently take your time, and thank you so much for this exercise. I appreciate you and your efforts taken. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much. I would request all of you all, including Dipali, to please write it on a piece of paper, whatever you have experienced. Immediately. Please write it on a piece of paper immediately. Yes, finished? Everyone? I hope people are not sleeping. Ajay, are you there? Ajay Puri? Rishikesh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ajay, can you share your experience? Yes, Ajay. Anyone else? Ankur, can you share your experience? Finny?
We feel like a connection, like to every part of the body. Feel relaxed.
Okay. You could connect with every part of your body. What else?
I mean, it relaxes the mind.
Okay. First and foremost is your mind was relaxed. So
Yeah,
this is very important for any experience when you actually sit for such kind of awareness, whether it is a spiritual or whether it is for your self awareness. Okay. For whatever, the first important input is your body and mind getting relaxed. So that is the reason why we start from top to toe and try to appreciate, thank, and pamper our body parts and have that soothing experience. Okay, it would have been a great experience had it been live in the class with the music and all, with the silent music and all, but then we can take it sometimes later. Yes, Finny, you mentioned relax mind. What else? So that becomes the base of any awareness experiment or exercise. What else, Vinny?
that's it.
Yes. Now we can discuss with Dipali. Dipali, can you share your experience if it is possible?
Yes, ma'am. We felt
Yeah.
connected, and I felt connected and a bit relaxed.
Okay.
Um, One funny thing
So
apart
focusing.
from the, yeah,
Yeah.
one funny thing apart from the lecture, as I'm expecting, so I was only focused on my baby, and the future is a bit tensed, a bit happy, a bit excited. I'm excited for both the things.
About.
About my baby, means as I'm pregnant. So my main focus was there only on
Okay.
my stomach. So it's apart from that, but
Okay.
for now it was only that part. And one thing was completing the MBA with this thing. So that was only going continuously in my mind
Okay.
to be what we say. That is what was just going in my mind. A bit tensed, a bit excited, a happy feeling, a bit
Okay.
relaxed. I was connected to my
Okay.
whole body.
Okay. So this was a unique experiment with you basically.
Yes.
Usually for this particular exercise, I expect multiple peoples to participate.
Hmm.
Can you name the color and the label? Any color
Label as in means the emotion.
label to your feelings or emotion. Predominantly, you were happy, and
Yeah.
a little bit mixed feelings. I
Yes.
observed.
Yes. Mixed feelings.
That's what was my observation when I was observing you meditating. A kind of meditation, we can say. Okay, you are getting relaxed, but I was not aware of what background you are focusing on. But then one common thing which you mentioned and which I was observing your face was you had mixed feelings. Okay,
Yes.
and that was reflecting on your face, especially after 2.5 minute. Okay, you had that mixed feeling expressed on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and but I was not aware about it, but it could be reflected on your facial expressions when you were following my instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and please remember, this exercise cannot go wrong if the person is following the instructions as it is. Many times the emotions are displayed on the facial expressions even if you're not speaking. Even if you're thinking, your body actually connects with the other person who is observing you, and your face gives the clues, the indications, the signals of what kind of label you may come up, or what kind of emotions or feelings you may come up. Okay, these experiments will there were particularly 2 3 aspects why I wanted this exercise to conduct. One was your, first of all, appreciating yourself by meditating and having that self awareness for yourself. Every day, if you start your day with such kind of thing, probably whichever religion you are associated with, you may have that kind of a music associated with your meditation, even 5 minutes. Okay. Actually, those who practice it regularly for 24 minutes, okay, minimum is the 24 minutes, but then at student level you can begin with 5 minutes. Okay, I do it by having that om music without any other background, okay, of any other instrument, just om. Or you may have a picture in front of you. Probably you may have a cross in front of you, or om in front of you, or whichever object or word or letter you are comfortable, or maybe a image in front of you. Focus on that image for a particular time, few minutes, and slowly, when you actually focus on that image, close your eyes, focusing on the image, later on taking long breaths, okay, deep exhaling and inhaling, and slowly closing your eyes. And then you may go into that particular, probably you may set up an alarm for 5 minutes. Okay, you may practice this slowly, you may get acquainted, and not only it is going to improve your mental health, but it is also going to help you gain control over yourself. This is the first step, a baby step towards knowing yourself, and a first baby step towards controlling your emotions. Okay, so this was one attempt. Maybe in a later attempt, maybe after 4 or 5 sessions, or probably in the next week, or next week, I may come up with a improved next version of this, wherein, okay, we will have some other experiments in the class with music also. Okay, so I expect that you practice this thing as a first baby step, because you need to know yourself, what are the emotions associated with you. You need to understand what, as a person, you have feelings. Probably, just like a pampered child's example, you may have deep within some rooted things within you. You may need to jot it on the paper honestly. You cannot lie with yourself. And once you put it on the paper, okay, now you are in a position to give a label to it, understand where you actually go wrong. Probably you may draw a johari window, and now put those things in that johari window. You, I hope you are aware of johari window. And then identify which all things up till now were unknown to you. Probably those were the blind spots. Those were the blind spots. Okay, try to work, because these are somewhere hidden within you all, which others are able to see, but which you yourself were not aware. तो ये सेल्फ अवेयरनेस एंड सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन का एक अटेम्प्ट है, सो दैट यू आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. बिकॉज आपको अगर पता ही नहीं है किस पे काम करना है, देन सोल्यूशन की तो बहुत दूर की बात है. So basically, this is one of the tool which is used very widely, of self reflection, self soothing, and self awareness. Okay, so that you show empathy to yourself first, then to others. Are you following this, friends? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Have a great weekend ahead. Have a nice day today, and we'll meet on Monday now. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you so
thank you,
much.
ma'am.
Thanks, Dipali, for volunteering. And I would appreciate if people come up with contribution in the session. Okay. Otherwise, probably sometimes I may call up the names, and you'll have probably then that might get evaluated. Okay, if it is a case study, or if there is some activity which is being in advance communicated to you all. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you have understood the value of empathy, the topic of emotional intelligence, specifically what are emotions, and how they can be affecting you as your in the workplace, as well as in the routine life, and how you need to work on it. Okay, one baby step today we saw of self relaxing through meditation, and focusing on our breath, and working on our emotions. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.